So in lesson 10.7, we're going to be looking at theoretical and experimental probability. Okay, so what is theoretical probability? Theoretical probability is what should occur when conducting a probability experiment. Okay, so the key thing to remember there is this is what should occur when we are conducting a probability experiment. Okay, and our experimental probability is what actually occurs during such an experiment. Okay, again, so the key thing to remember there is that it's what actually occurs. Okay, so we're going to be looking at some problems in this lesson, and we're going to be finding the experimental probability and the theoretical probability and comparing the two. So for our first problem, the table shows the results of an experiment in which a number cube is rolled. Find the experimental probability of rolling a 6 for this experiment. Then compare the experimental probability with the theoretical probability. Okay, so first we want to find our experimental probability. So to do this, we're going to use our table. Okay, so this was our experiment. We're going to use the table. So we want to find the number of times a 6 is rolled. So according to the table, we're going to come down to our 6 here. Okay, we want to find the number of times 6 was rolled. If we look at our tallies or our frequencies there, you know that 6 was rolled 6 times. Okay, and the number of possible outcomes. Number of possible outcomes is all of our frequencies here. So we have to add up all of these numbers to find our number of possible outcomes. Okay, so we're going to add up 4 plus 6 plus 2 plus 8 plus 3 plus 6. Okay, so add those up. That's going to be our number of possible outcomes. So to find our experimental probability, we add those up in the bottom. We get 6 over 29. Or about 21%. So our experimental probability we just found is 6 over 29. I'm sorry, we'll put the percentages here. Actually, we'll do both. We'll write it as 6 over 29, or about 21%. Now theoretical probability. So the theoretical probability of rolling a 6 is 1/6, or about 17%. Okay, and this is because we have a 6-sided cube. Okay, so each side of the cube has a 1/6 chance of being rolled. Okay, it's theoretical what should happen, and our experimental is what actually occurred. Okay, so if we compare these two, our experimental probability actually occurred more often than expected because it was at 21% compared to the theoretical probability of 17%. Alright, so we want to make predictions. The table shows the results of a survey that asked 200 teens what they would be doing if they were not online. Out of a similar group of 450 teens, predict how many would listen to music. Okay, so first we want to find the experimental probability that a student listens to music. Okay, so first thing we need to do here in order to be able to predict out of 200 teens how many would listen to music in their free time is find the experimental probability based off the survey that was done. So I want to write our ratio first. So we have the probability of music, and that's going to equal number of students. Well, we'll shorten this. We'll say number who said listen to music. And that's going to be over our total numbers surveyed. So this is going to equal number of students who said they listened to music according to our table be 52. Our total numbers surveyed. We have to, they told us they asked 200 teens. Okay, so we have total numbers surveyed was 200. So we have 52 over 200, which is going to equal 0.26 or 26%. Okay, so using that information, we want to predict how many students out of a similar group of 450 teens would listen to music. We can use our percent proportion to find 26% of 450. Okay, so our percent proportion is part over the whole, which in this case is 450 students, and that's going to equal our percent over 100. So we have 26% over 100. Okay, we're trying to find n. We're trying to find the number of students out of 450 that would listen to music. So we're going to cross multiply here. So we get 100n is equal to 11,700. Divide by 100. We get n equals 117 students. Okay, so that tells me that out of 450 teens, 117 would listen to music. Isaiah flipped a coin 40 times. He found that the coin landed heads up 18 times. Find the experimental probability of the coin landing heads up, then compare it to the theoretical probability. Okay, so first we want to find the ratio of the experimental probability that we're trying to find. Okay, so it would be probability of heads and that's going to equal our number of times coin lands heads up over total number of times coin is flipped. Okay? So total number of time, or the number of times that the coin lands heads up, they told us was 18. Total number of times the coin is flipped, they told us was 40. So I have 18 over 40 should be reduced to 9 over 20, or 45%. Okay, so our experimental probability. I'll write it up here. I'll just write EP for experimental probability. In this case, it's going to be 9 over 20, or 45%. Now we need to find our theoretical probability. Okay, so the theoretical probability of landing, of a coin landing on heads when we flip it. One-half, or 50%, okay? It would be 1/2 because every time a coin's flipped, it has half a chance of landing on heads and a half a chance of landing on tails. Okay, so flipping a coin and having it land on heads occurred less often than expected in the experiment because the experimental probability was 45% compared to the theoretical probability of 50%. And our last problem here, the table shows the results of a survey about the most popular pets among 7th grade students at Stanton Middle School. Out of a similar group of 320 7th graders, predict how many would choose cats as their favorite pet. Okay, so first thing we need to do here is be able to predict out of the 7th graders originally surveyed, how many chose cat as their favorite pet. So we find the experimental probability that a student chose cat based off of our table. Okay, so first we want to find our ratio of the experimental probabilities. We have probability of cat, and that's going to equal a number of students who chose cat over total number surveyed. So this is going to equal our number of students who chose cat based off the table. We can see right here was 11. Total number of students surveyed. To find that, all we have to do is add up our responses here. So we have 12 plus 11 plus 6 plus 5 plus 6, and we would get 40. So we have 11 over 40, or about 27.5%. Okay, so that's our experimental probability. Now, out of a similar group of 327th graders, predict how many would choose cats as their favorite pet. So here, we're going to use our percent proportion to solve. Okay, so we have our part over the whole, which is 320 students, equals our percent we know is 27.5 over 100. Cross multiply. So we get 100 n is equal to 8,800. Divide by 100 on both sides. We get n equals 88 students. So that tells me that out of 327th graders, 88 would choose cat as their favorite pet.